Hello, hello. Yes, it's still cold. Found another hat. Hello and welcome. It's Ruth here. Hello, Miss Mindy. I feel like all I do is miss the dings, but hey, you're here. Happy Friday. Thursday, Mindy. It's a Thursday. Hi everybody. Nice to see you all. Hi Annie, Vicky, Mary. Hi Mary. Lots of love to you. Mwah. Bonnie, Annie, Sally, Darlene, Elaine, all the peoples in the house. Right, so I am going to be cutting up a stamped one sheet wonder. I would probably make this one video, and then I'll stop, do something else, then come back, because there are some techniques that I mentioned that I will try and have a go with. I mentioned them last night, and so I will come back. Hello, Linda Roberts. Is that Linda Roberts as in Linda Roberts that I know? Hello, darling. Today is Thursday. Mindy's lost a day. Oh, sweetheart, you must be really busy for you to miss a day. Oh, hi, darling. Thank you, Elaine. I made this many years ago. It's crocheted. The basket weaves kind of stitch. It's Friday in Vicky's world. Don't go confusing poor Mindy now, Vicky. No, poor Mindy is confused enough. So that's funny. Very funny. Right, let's get on with getting on. Right, so I have got to make 4 notepads for 4 new teamies. Got 4 new teamies last month, so I like to send them off a notebook. And I thought I would use the stamped one sheet wonder that I did. Now, for me to get the most out of this, I am not going to completely cover this here because I won't have enough to do all 4. So my plan is to cut some parakeet party and cover that, the parakeet party, and then cut some sections to stick onto my notepad. So let me just remind myself, it's been a while since I've used these. I used to buy these almost in bulk from my local market store because I used to cover these very regularly. And just gonna, oh no, you know what? I seem to remember this is better in centimetres than it is inches. So I'm just going to flip my grid paper over. Did you know you could do that? Grid paper comes in centimetres and inches. Well, it does in the UK anyway. Oop. Why did I move it before putting the pencil down? So there we go. You know what? I'm going to do it from there. So it's basically 12 and a bit. So it's 12 by 10.5. So that is handy because this actually cuts down to 12 by 10. Well, yeah, I can get 4. Then I've got the candy, I was going to say candy cane. It's not cane, it's the cane embossing folder, and I thought it would be nice to have that on there and then have that in the foreground. So I'm going to cut these down to 10.5 by, what did I say, 12. Does the UK do daylight savings? Oh yes we do. Oh yes. This weekend is daylight savings for you. Oh, right, okay. Yeah, ours isn't quite yet. I don't think. Unless I'm really behind. I can double check when it is. Clocks forward 2023. March the 12th. Oh, I'm glad you said, Elaine. I'd have forgotten. Oh, I better tell my husband. We spring forward. Yes. Ooh. Oh, no, that's really funny. Hello, Mummy. That is so funny because I'm going to see what I have left over, because when I went to get these notebooks, so I'm just having a little discussion with my mother while she's here. While I was getting these out my box, I actually found some spare of those notebooks that you like. Well, I'm glad you're watching. Hold on, bear with. I'll get them out. So my mother, my dear mother, who's watching, she really likes these notebooks. And in the past, I've decorated them for her. She likes them because she can slip them in her Bible. They're just perfect. So if there's, I've got some other stamped one sheet wonder, Mother. So we'll see what we can do tonight. Okay, there we go. See, pays to have a daughter who, you know, decorate notebooks for you. So what we're going to do, this is a bit of a production line, guys. So you can, this is more kind of like talk amongst yourself. Because this is kind of just showing you if you need to make a few of something. This is kind of like production line making. Now these sort of notebooks are great for craft stores. If you are a paper crafter and you're wanting to think, you know, an idea for sales, this is one of them. I'm just gonna run that through my machine. Gotta get the right plates out. You've been stuck on daylight savings since the last cycle, so I'm glad everyone else will be joining me. Oh, bless. Oh, it's at end of the month. I thought it's the 12th. That's what the internet told me. .com. 20. Thank you, Joanna. I was really confused then. I was looking at the wrong website. Thank you, Joanna. So don't listen to me. Clocks go forward in the UK on March the 26th. Is that Mother's Day for us? Mothering Sunday. Yes, I think you're the same as us, Vicky. Right, there we go. Isn't that nice? That really helps to show the texture. Oh, I should have cut 12.5. Never mind. Oh well, we'll just have to have a little gap at the top. I think that's all right. I think I must have measured that wrong. Might be able to put a blue strip. Or a nice piece of ribbon or something. We'll see. We'll see. I haven't decided what I'm going to do. Right, obviously I did 12 instead of 12.5, which is what I meant to have done. See, this is the problem when you're chatting to folks and you're trying to create. Oh, dear. Mothering Something's 19th. Thank you. See, Joanna should be my my diary keeper. Joanna, the keeper of diaries. The snow machine will show. Oh yes, where are you, Annie? Are you in a snowy part of the world? We've got snow now, but this is, mind you, we had snow in March a few years ago. I was reminded because it came up on my timeline, and I think I have a video of the children. You'll be my calendar. Thank you, Joanna. You've always struck me as a very organised person, Joanna. a ribbon over around the top. I'll see if I've got, oh, I've got some nice soft seafoamy ribbon. Yeah, that might be nice. I didn't go sledding. I intended on going sledding this afternoon. My second son and my daughter went. And then I ended up making waffles this afternoon because we picked up this waffle maker yesterday and I found a nice recipe on YouTube and I made waffles for lunch. Very easy. Just takes a bit of time, a bit like pancakes. You know, you have to kind of like actually it's a bit easier than pancakes because you put it in the waffle iron and then I just set the timer on my oven for about 5 minutes and then come and inspect it and see what needs happening, what needs to happen. And then so it's the sort of thing that, you know, if you're, you know, you can sort of do 2 jobs at once with waffle making, can't you? Right, let's see what ribbon. I think this is quite a pretty ribbon. Tie that around the top and a nice bow. Right, let's get this stuck down first though. I'm wondering whether to break open a new glue. Oh no, I've moved them. Just trying to remember where I put them all. I'll see if I've got much left in the existing one, but I might have to break open a new one. Right, so I made sourdough. Oh, Elaine, you're the sourdough queen. You and my mum should talk because she loves the old sourdough. So when you do talk through the sourdough waffles business, do you then use an egg at all in that or not? Because I presume the sourdough bit is going to be the raising agent, so you don't need to. Well, was I impressed with my waffle maker? Yeah, happy to. Yes. So it's very basic. It just does one big one, and then I think it's what you would call like a Belgian. Is it Belgian waffle? And then the deep ones, you know, like the quite thick ones. And then it comes with an extra metal bits that you can interchange to make donuts, like little mini donuts. So hi everyone. Sorry, I stopped for a while to pay attention to what my hubby was saying. Hi, Dad. Right. Hi, Delinda. Who else has crept in? Hi, Pam. Now, these notebooks, I've come to realise over the years that I've used them, not all of them are created equal. Look. That's the same piece of card, but look. They're I think it depends what batch you get. So, let's see what this one's like. Yeah, you see, what it could have been is I took a measurement from one, but then the others are different. So, there we go. One of those things. They're pretty inexpensive, these notebooks, but I'll tell you what I quite like about them. The paper inside is actually quite nice and thick. It doesn't feel like a cheap notebook, even though they're not terribly expensive. Like I feel the paper is really it's snubby and smooth, and it's sturdy. It's actually a decent weight. So thank you, Mindy. Thank you. Hello, Holly. Hi. Who else is that? Dagmar. Hello. So has anyone got any favourite waffle recipes they want to share with me? Like, I quite like the fact that the ratio of sugar was quite low. So I think I used about 270 grams of flour and there was only 50 grams of sugar in it. But I think next time I will probably use less butter, although I did like the flavour of the butter. I probably would just, because butter's quite expensive at the moment, I might just swap out half with oil. 2 cups of sourdough discard, 2 cups of flour, 2 cups of buttermilk, 2 tablespoons of sugar, and you let it sit overnight. And the next morning you add 2 eggs, 3.5 tablespoons of butter, 1 teaspoon of baking. Yeah, that sounds similar to mine, although I put 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. Hi, Kay. That's interesting. Yes, I think I would actually put less vanilla. I wasn't so keen on the higher. So I'll have a tweak with it then. I'll have a little play with that recipe. And they were nice and fluffy. I mean, I used 2 eggs that I purchased yesterday that had, and one of the eggs had a double yolk. So in effect, it's probably more like 2.5 eggs that I used. Right, so let's see what I can get out of this then. That there. What's that? 8 centimeters by something. I know, if I just chop off 8 centimeters to start off with. And 10.5 would take me to there. See, I'm tempted actually to use that full half. From a ratio point of view, normally I would go, right, let's have a bit of a border all the way around. So I'd go, and then chop that off there. But it seems a shame to me to cut off that nice bit of flour. And then what am I going to do with that middle section if I then just use... So, you know what? I'm just going to use all of it. Not waste it. Oh, no, that's upside down. The words are upside down, so I need to stick it that way. Then that might leave me a little bit for my mother. Oh, yay. That's good. So, Mum, you can have one of these. So, 8 by 10.5. So, that's that way. That one's that way. Okay, that'll do for that. Then Mother wants some. So, I think the... Oh, sorry. The measurement on this was probably a little bit more precise because this is a specific brand. And I think they're probably a little bit more stricter on their measurements. So they're just under 10 centimetres by... Where's my pencil? So what's that? 10 by... 15.5. Actually, I wonder if that one is better off in inches. It could be. This is such an old company that it's an inch one. Yeah, it is. Funny that, isn't it? It's basically 3 7/8. we're just under 4, no, 4 1/4, so it's more like 4 3/16. Okay. What did I just say? 4 7/8. Right, let's do that. 4. No, 3 7/8. Oh, and then look, I can make a bookmark for you, Mother. I can have a bookmark. By 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 6 and a bit. You make truffles instead of waffles. The basic recipe is 1 egg beaten with half a cup of mozzarella cheese. Oh, Patricia, that sounds fabulous. Half a cup of mozzarella. So could I use cheddar? Oh, Mindy's husband is the sourdough baker. Ah. If I could, I'd join your team to receive one of those. They're lovely. Oh, thank you, Valerie. Well, you can follow my channel and you can stamp them yourself. They're really easy and don't taste cheesy. You have to make a sourdough. Yeah, it's very easy to make a sourdough starter. But you can get hold of very ancient sourdough starters. My friend's brother has got one that's like goes back a few hundred years. He got from some monks, or I don't know. Food Geeks YouTube channel. He lives in Denmark. There we go. So you learn about all sorts of things on this channel. Mainly crafts and food. And then, I don't know, crafts, food, film, television. Does it stick to the waffle, mate? Oh, yes, does it, Patricia? That's what I'd like to know as well. I'm presuming because mozzarella's got quite a high fat content would be fine. It's very important to feed your starter weekly. Yep. Want to keep it alive. There was a bit of a spate of the Herman cake went around the UK, where you kind of you give a bit to somebody and then with the instructions and you get them to pass it on. Right. I'm just making sure I'm applying a good amount of glue because this is textured, and that's why I'm also giving it a good rub for it to go through. See, that one's lifting a little bit already. To give it a lot of love, these, just to make sure they stick properly. Look at the variation in sizes. That's so funny. Right, let's do the ribboning. So I think it'd be nice if we just that'd be enough. You have some starter that is about 48 years old. Ah, there we go. It's morning tea time here and you're all making me hungry. You can make a sourdough starter without discards. Oh. Are we going to have the war of the world, the sourdough starters now? The different views on it. Yeah, my mum ended up having to do a bit of experimentation to kind of find a recipe that my dad liked. I don't think he was super keen to start off with, but she's converted him. Oh, no, I wanted that one that way. That's it. There we go. It's just a nice little shabby chicy bow at the top there. I'll just bring that over to the side. It's quite cute. I like to add cinnamon, nutmeg, ginger, raisins and chopped waffles. Chopped pecans to waffle batter. Cook with fried apples with cinnamon and bourbon. Oh my word. Sorry, so what you're saying, Jalinda, is you add the spices to the waffle mixture with raisins and chopped pecans to the actual mixture. Is that what you're telling me? Oh, now you're talking. Now you're talking. Anne loves it, but has never made it. Ooh, thanks for advertising my shabby chic class, Vicky. Now, my shabby chic class for the 7 p.m. on the 12th is getting quite full up. So if any South Pacificers want to take part in that class, I'm repeating it on the 13th and at 10 a.m. my time, so that you guys can join in and it'll be the evening for you. So let me know if you want to join. I may have to look at introducing another date because I don't really like to go above 12 in those classes. Ooh, an apple fritter cake. What, a sourdough recipe, Georgiana, or? Hello, Shaz. Shaz, you're missing all the food discussion. We're talking waffles and sourdough tonight. I love waffles. That's from a film, isn't it? Is that Shrek? Oh, got an itch. Right, one more to go. Hi, Deb. I'm wondering, so I just looked at this, whether, because it's got like a mark on there, I'm wondering whether just to stick that first one to that, and then that covers up the ribbon. What do you think? If I just stick, it makes it look nice and neat, doesn't it, by sticking that to it, the first page to the... Oh, I've just realised I haven't plugged my light in. I was using my plug for something today and I unplugged it. So if you're wondering why it's a bit darker, I forgot to put it on. There we go. There we go, that's a bit better. If anyone reads Lee Bardugo's Six of Crows trilogy, waffles are important. Have I got snow? Have I got snow, Shaz? Yeah, the kids were sledging this afternoon. Not sledding, sorry, this morning. Well, two of them were. Oh, Georgiana, you have to let us know how it turns out. Have I told you what I made on for Sunday? I'm trying to think if I've had this discussion. I think I've discussed it with a couple of people, but not online. I made that pavlova recipe again. Have I said this already? Just someone tell me if I've discussed this already. I don't really want to repeat myself. For your sake, more than mine. Right, there we go. So that's the 4 done. Cute, cute, cute. Mother, do you want a ribbon while she's on here? Ooh, don't know how that got on there. I still have a starting refrigerator since January 2022. Ah. You just have torrential rain. Oh no. Yeah, no, we've got snow. Yeah, we had snow and then kids went out. Then I had a phone call from somebody who needed a lift from town back home because the buses weren't running. So Tom was a little bit kind of like, oh, I've got to clear the car and I'm not quite sure about the roads. Anyway, roads were fine once we got off our little cul-de-sac-y thing. Roads were fine. And then as soon as we pulled in to come home, it started snowing again. So it was great timing in terms of going out and then coming back in again. And then it's been clear, so it's not snowed this afternoon, and it's kind of it feels like it's thawing a little bit, but I think the weather for tonight is not supposed to be good. I kept it dry, but activate it when I need it. Ah, okay. Oh, there we go. Look, Elaine. See, I think Elaine and my mother should get in a room together and talk sourdough. They'd love it. Just going to give this a little trim. It feels like it's overhanging a little bit. Yeah, so I made pavlova from those lovely eggs I got from Liz. Well, Liz's daughter. And ended up with, again, some, you know, the question is, what do you do with the yolks? So I ended up making a recipe from the Ottolenghi, just one of the Ottolenghi books. If you guys are foodies, you'd love the Ottolenghi book. It's a restaurant. There's one in London. And just kind of smoothing the edges down. And it's just a kind of oat recipe, and you're meant to put white chocolate and cranberries in it. So I didn't have white chocolate and I prefer dark, so I just put dark chocolate, and where it called for I think it was 2 eggs, I just put the equivalent sort of amount in yolks, and it worked fine. You know, it did what it needed to do. It bound it all together. So I was happy with that. I have done that recipe with chopped apricots in the past, and that was nice too. So is my mum going to write a reply about the dry starter? Because people are asking, how do you do a dry starter? Like, come on, mother, you need to answer the question, because people are like, what? How do you do that? I make an egg yolk sponge. Oh, that's useful to know, Anne. Ah. Oh, we call that a rolled pavlova. We call that a roulade here. Right. While I'm here, shall I cover another notebook for my mother? Because I'm waiting for her to reply. Mum, do you like this? I have to cut a bit of that off. Keep decorating Mama Joyce's notebooks, I know, darling. Yep. I'm going to do that 1/16 smaller than I did, so I don't have to cut it. Use less water to ratio of flour. Ah, there we go. And does it reactivate quite easily? Oh, this one I've ended up with a little bit of a border, but actually it's quite nice because it's red. And there's sort of reddish tones in the stamping, so that's all right. Just going to take a little slither off there. I haven't stamped anything tonight. No, I'm going to. I'm just going to do this, finish this live, and then I'm going to go live again. Because there's some techniques left over from last night that I wanted to have a go at, Shaz, that Martina was sort of discussing, and I did write notes for myself. I don't know where I put the note. Oh yeah, no, the notebook's right there. So I will. And I just wanted to come on and do this because I need to send off cards to my team. So there we go. There's that one. Right, I've got one more. Oh, mother, do you like this one? Can't wait for her to. Bonsoir, Frédéric. Oh, hello, Janice. Right, is my mother gonna answer me? Mummy? If I say mummy, she might listen. Mummy, do you want me to use this one? Let's see what else I've got. Oh, I've got super bright ones from last night. I think she prefers like more traditional floral. Has she answered yet? No. Can someone call her, please? Mummy? This is I'm totally turning into like a 12-year-old child now. Mummy? Right. What else have I got? Oh, actually, she might like this one. Oh, all the purples. She does like a purple. It's got snowflakes in it, though. Oh, that's nice. Right, you know what? She's not going to reply. I'm just going to choose for her. You are calling your mum like she's like my daughter. Yeah. Yes. It's that same tone, isn't it? Mummy. Ooh, oh, there's this pretty. Look, I haven't even finished this yet, but honestly, is she there? a shame Esther's not here. Esther could call her for me. That would be nice, wouldn't it? With the bee. With a flower there. I might just have to finish colouring in that section, but I think she's talking to my dad again. Oh, thank you, Darlene. Not necessary. What does that mean, Mum? Mum, what does that mean? Not necessary. Do you mean not necessarily? Oh, just decapitated a bee. Oh, no ribbon. Oh, right. Oh, she's behind now. She probably hasn't even heard me calling her. I think she's paused and gone back. Oh, is she messaging you or something, Elaine? Right, I just need to colour that leaf in. So this is from a stamped one sheet wonder that I did, oh, probably 2022. I think I did this last year. And so it was a bit of an experiment. So for those of you who like sort of more floral designs, this was an experiment to get to use all the line art florals, not all, sorry, some of the line art florals, to create your own sort of colouring in page. So this this was stamped with, I think, Starry Sky ink, and then I coloured in a section of it just to show what it would look like coloured in. So this is the coloured in section that I did. I didn't do it all. So there we go. That's what that's from. I might be able to try and find the video that I did that and link it. So there's that. Then this was one that I made a couple of weeks ago, I think. And that's what I've used for that. And I've only got that and that left over. So done those notebooks and then just finished covering these for my mum. So these will go to her. And that's from a one sheet wonder that I stamped the other week. I think I was playing with Petal Park and Sentimental Park. Excuse me. Yes, Petal Park and Sentimental Park in that one. So again, I'll link in the description for that one. So there we go. Right. Oh, hi Martina. Right, so I'm finishing off now. So give me a few minutes and then I'm going to restart the video because Martina, I just wanted to, there was a couple of experiments I wanted to do with stamping white onto coloured card, and also stamping with the white ink and then heat embossing over the top of it. So it won't be a super long video. Hopefully it'll be about half an hour long. It will be more of a kind of technique one. So yeah. Hello, Mama Loves Crafts 54. Nice to see you. There we go. Yes, so I've been covering notebooks, Canwell. Yeah, so these are going to go to my new team members, these ones, 4 of those, and then these are for my mother, who just happened to come in on the live and told me that she needed new notebooks. So these particular notebooks I bought from, I think, a post office a few years ago, waiting for her to tell me she needed them, and then I've decorated them. Ooh, I don't know what that is. I'm so sorry, Mother. There we go. Right, lovely to see you all. I'll be back in a few minutes. All right. Hopefully you can all come back and see me again. Take care for now. Bye.